Battle Through the Heavens, Chapter 88. Zhan defends his son against the Jialie clan. The bone-shattering collision between Xiao and Jialie has left the marketplace in a state of breathless shock as the dust begins to settle. Far from being finished, Xiao rises with a cold determination that signals a ruthless shift in his very nature. As he prepares to deliver a final decisive blow, the surrounding tension reaches a breaking point that threatens to draw the city's powerful clans into an all-out confrontation.
Xiao moved without a shred of mercy. Jialie Ao's face drained of color as terror masked his features. At the crossroads, the crowd held their collective breath. The sight of Jialie Ao about to die in the street sent a chill through the onlookers. This boy, Xiao was cold and decisive. They wouldn't forget this. Xiao Yu stood frozen, her breath hitched in her throat. This was not the playful cousin she knew. The boy who teased her was gone, replaced by a youth who could kill without blinking. Every eye followed the iron rod. It was inches from Jialie Ao's skull when a shout like a thunderclap tore through the air.
Xiao brat, this was a duel, not an execution. How dare you be so ruthless?
Xiao eyes narrowed into slits. A cold smirk touched his lips. He did not stop. He put more weight into the strike.
Get back!
Sharp wind whistled. A flash of green energy sliced through the air like a bolt of lightning. It caught the iron rod, snapping it in two. The cut was smooth as glass. Xiao expression shifted. He gritted his teeth. Instead of backing off, he lunged with the broken, jagged end, aiming straight for Jialie Ao's throat. But a green pressure returned, thick as a wall. It pressed against his chest, making every breath a struggle. He pushed, but he was hitting a barrier of invisible air. His muscles strained against the gale. Xiao twisted. He leaped back, spinning in midair. He threw the remaining half of the rod at the newcomer like a black spear. The figure snorted. He raised his hands, claws out. Green dou qi surged, forming blades of wind that shredded the iron rod into a dozen pieces.
You are young, but your heart is poison. I will teach you the lesson Zhan failed to give.
The man descended like a cannonball. Green energy swirled around his feet. He lashed out with a wind blade, aiming to cripple. The force of it cleared the street of debris, leaving the stones bare.
Teach me? You are nothing but hot air.
Xiao recognized the green energy. This was Jialie B, the head of the Jialie clan, and Jialie Ao's father. Xiao watched the wind blade fly. 5 feet away, he slammed a palm toward the ground. An invisible burst of air propelled him upward. He flipped back and landed 10 feet away on the cold stone. The wind blade struck the ground where he had stood. It carved a deep gouge into the rock.
Father, kill him!
Jialie Ao screamed, his voice thick with hate. Jialie B ignored his son. His eyes were locked on Xiao. He stepped forward, his face a mask of fury.
Let us see if the Xiao family genius is all talk.
The crowd hissed. Jialie B was a Da Dou Shi, a clan leader, and he was hunting a boy who was barely a Dou Ze.
You old dog.
Xiao yelled.
You have no shame.
Jialie B did not care. He moved like a ghost, appearing above Xiao. Green dou qi gathered in his fist, swirling into a violent vortex.
A mystery class technique? You really are pathetic.
Xiao snarled. His fingers brushed the black ring on his hand. Sun Er's face went pale. Deep in her eyes, a golden flame flickered. Golden Dao Qi began to gather in her palms. Before she could move, another roar shook the street.
Jialie B, my son is not for a bastard like you to touch.
A streak of crimson fire tore through the crowd. Xiao Zhan slammed his feet into the stone and planted himself in front of Xiao Yan. He threw his head back and let out a sound like a mountain lion.
Lion Mountain Splitter!
Xiao Zhan's fist met Jialie B's strike. A massive red lion's head formed from energy around his knuckles. The collision sounded like a lightning strike. The shockwave made ears ring and teeth ache. Both men were thrown back. Xiao Zhan grabbed Xiao Yan's collar, pulling him to safety. Xiao Zhan skidded back, his boots digging deep grooves into the street. He shook off the impact and glared at Jialie B.
You are like a stray dog, Bin.
Xiao Zhan mocked.
Attacking a child? Is that what the Jialie clan has become?
Jialie B pointed at his broken son.
He did this. You owe me a life for an arm, Xiaoshan.
Nonsense. If my son was not fast, he would be the one on the ground. Would you give me justice then?
Xiao Zhan laughed harshly.
Your son started this. Everyone saw it. In a duel, bones break. If you cannot handle it, keep him in the nursery.
Jialie B's face twitched. He knew he could not win this here.
Do not give me an opening, Xiaozhan, or you will regret it.
I was going to say the same to you.
Xiao Zhan replied, his eyes cold. Jialie B scooped up his son and turned to leave. He snapped at the alchemist, Lu Shi, who was still staring at Shuner.
Let us go, Master Lu.
Lu Shi hesitated.
But the girl... Jialie B looked like he wanted to kill the man himself.
Later.
As they disappeared, Xiao Zhan's hard expression crumbled into a grin. He looked at the blood on Xiao Yan's lip and patted his shoulder. Then he sighed.
You were not brutal enough, kid. If you had finished the brat off, Jialie B would have gone insane. I had 3 elders waiting in the alleys. We could have ended him today. What a waste!
Xiao Yan stared at his father, speechless. Behind them, Shuner and Xiao Yu turned red. Even the mercenaries nearby felt a chill. The apple did not fall far from the tree.